Assigning R and S stereochemistry labels requires seeing the tetrahedron in 3 dimensions. Today, I'd like to show you a nice little shortcut that gets you right there. You use your fist as the 3-dimensional carbon, and you read R and S like the back of your hand. Hey there, ninjas. There are lots of methods for assigning R and S labels for stereocenters. This video is one in a series of videos where I show you several different methods. The official one I recommend is the A.R.C method. I invented it, it's the OChemNinja standard, and I have it linked in the description below. But if you want a method where you don't draw anything on paper, the wrist and fingers method may be for you. We're going to use our fist as the tetrahedral carbon, and use that to make a 3-dimensional model of the molecule, so you can assign R and S no matter how the molecule is oriented. A quick, friendly reminder that an sp3 hybridized carbon is tetrahedral, 4 groups around a central carbon atom in 3-dimensional space. In the wrist and fingers method, we pretend that your fist is that stereogenic sp3 hybridized carbon atom, and your wrist, thumb, and 2 fingers model the in the plane bonds, the wedge, and the dash. We're literally modeling the molecule, and then we'll read the 1 to 2 to 3 circle after we make sure number 4 is in the back. Let's start at the beginning though. No matter what method we use, we have to assign the SIP priorities. This isn't a video about finding the stereocenters or prioritizing the 4 groups around the stereocenter, though I do have those videos linked down below. For this molecule, the oxygen is priority number 1, the carboxylic acid is priority number 2, the methyl group is priority number 3, and the hidden hydrogen is priority number 4. Now for the fun part of the method. We'll build the carbon tetrahedron with our fist, our wrist, and our fingers. First, make a fist and pretend that your fist is the stereogenic carbon atom. Your wrist is one of the bonds, your thumb, your pointer, and your middle finger are the other bonds of the tetrahedron. And the key to this method is that your wrist is always priority number 4. However the molecule is oriented, if you can always point your wrist in the direction of priority number 4, this method will work. For this molecule, the number 4 group is on a dash pointed away from you. So you'll take your wrist and you'll point it away from you towards the number 4 group in the molecule. If the number 4 group was one of the in the plane bonds, you would just orient your fist and your wrist towards the number 4 group, whatever orientation it happens to be in. And if number 4 was on the wedge bond going towards you, you would turn your fist around so that the wrist is pointed towards you. Once you have your fist and your wrist oriented in the correct direction, you line up your other 3 fingers with the other parts of the tetrahedron, and you assign the priority 1, 2, and 3 labels to the thumb, pointer, and middle finger. The only caveat is it must be mapped exactly as the original tetrahedron was. We can't change the molecule and expect the correct R and S result. For this molecule, if my fist is the carbon and my wrist is going back towards 4, my thumb would be the wedge coming toward me, my pointer finger would be number 3, and my middle finger would be number 2. It can be challenging to try and remember thumb 1 or middle finger 2, so you can try a couple of different tricks. I was going to put pen caps on my fingers to make them different colors, but my fingers didn't fit into the pen caps. I made a little series of finger caps that I'm going to use for this example. If you like this method, you may want to check with your instructor if you're allowed to bring props to an exam, but you could probably also get away with painting your fingernails different colors and no one would ever know. In this tetrahedron, the wedge group is number 1, so I'm going to put my number 1 flag on my thumb. When I line up my fist with this tetrahedron, the number 1 group is on my thumb pointed towards me. So I'll put my number 1 flag on my thumb. The number 2 group is pointed up and to the right, that's my middle finger, so I'll put my number 2 flag on my middle finger. And the number 3 group is pointed up to the left, so I'll put my number 3 flag on my index finger. No matter what silly method you use, just make sure you know which finger is number 1, number 2, and number 3. And then for the best part of the procedure, you flip your fingers towards you, and now your wrist is pointed away from you. By flipping your wrist towards you, that automatically puts number 4 pointed away from you, exactly the orientation it's supposed to be in for all of our regular R and S rules. With number 4 behind the carbon, we can draw our circle from 1 to 2 to 3. From your perspective, we would draw the circle from 1 to 2 to 3. That's a counterclockwise circle. That makes this an S stereocenter. Once you flip the wrist towards yourself, you're doing exactly what you would normally do once you get number 4 safely on the dash. You're just forcing that perspective using a cute little hand trick. The reason this method is so useful is it's designed to work no matter where the number 4 group is, wedge, dash, or in the plane. Let's do a few more examples to make sure we understand. Here are 2 new models to test out the wrist and fingers method. Linalool is the primary fragrant component of lavender, and limonene is a primary fragrant component of citrus. Pause the video, see if you can figure out R and S for these molecules using the wrist and finger method. No matter what method we use, step 1, we still need to assign the priority labels. The alcohol is 1, the alkene is 2, the long chain is 3, and the methyl group is 4. For limonene, the alkene is priority number 1, the pathway around the ring toward the alkene is priority number 2, the other way around the ring is priority 3, and the implied hydrogen on the wedge is priority number 4. With linalool, the number 4 group is in the plane pointed to the right, so your wrist needs to be in the plane pointed to the right. We then build the rest of the tetrahedron. Your thumb would be pointed down, that would be the number 3 group, and your middle finger and pointer finger would be the wedge and the dash groups. The number 1 priority group is on the dash, that would be my pointer finger in this example, so I'll put my number 1 flag on my pointer finger. The number 2 group in this example would be the wedge group with the alkene, so I'm going to put my number 2 flag on my middle finger representing that alkene. And the number 3 group is the in the plane group, that's my thumb, so I'll put my number 3 label on my thumb representing that priority. Notice how you can see the tetrahedron built in here. The fist is the carbon atom, with the wrist and the thumb as the 2 in the plane groups. The middle finger points towards you, and the pointer finger points away from you. Next, we flip our wrist towards ourselves so that number 4 points away from you. Then, we draw the circle from 1 to 2 to 3. From your perspective, with the number 4 group pointed away from you, we will go from 1 to 2 to 3. That's a clockwise circle, meaning the stereocenter in linalool is an R stereocenter. Let's finish up with limonene. With our fist as the carbon, the hydrogen number 4 group is pointed towards you as the viewer. Use your fist as the carbon, point the wrist towards you, and the other 3 fingers point away from you. For this molecule, the number 1 group points straight down, so I'll put the number 1 flag on my thumb. The number 2 group points to the right, so I'll put the number 2 flag on my pointer finger off to the right. And the number 3 group is off to the left, so I'll put the number 3 flag on my middle finger pointed to the left. With the 3 groups in place, I flip my wrist towards myself with the number 4 group pointed away from me. Then I draw the circle from 1 to 2 to 3. From your perspective, the circle from 1 to 2 to 3 is a clockwise circle. That makes the stereocenter in limonene an R stereocenter. Here's the whole method in one breath. Your fist is the carbon atom, your wrist is number 4. You map priorities 1, 2, and 3 to your fingers, you flip so your wrist is pointed away from you, and then you read the circle from 1 to 2 to 3. If this feels weird the first time, that's normal. It's spatial reasoning. And I gotta tell you, it's a lot of fun as an instructor on an exam to watch students doing this all day long. But once you've done it a few times, it's a repeatable method. Your goal is to leave this video calm and able to try problems immediately. This method is one of several methods for assigning R&S labels. If it clicks, great, use it. If not, this is one in a series of videos of alternative methods for assigning R&S. And don't forget about the A.R.C method, the official OChemNinja method that I invented that works on every molecule, every orientation, every single time, no spatial reasoning involved at all. I'll see you in the next video, Ninja.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw today, maybe let your instructor know about these videos, or your friends at other schools. Check out some of these other videos and playlists, see what you like. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe.